I like car racing, I like karate. I am Harshal Mathur and I am the co-founder and CEO of RazorPay. We simplify online payments for more than 2 lakh businesses. Our mission is to power the financial ecosystem for disruptors.
You're watching TheBigScope, India's first post-cable network, and welcome to yet another edition of The Boss Game. और आज हमारे शो पे और एक बॉस को लाए हम, जिनका नाम है हर्षल माथुर, who's the CEO and founder of RazorPay. बहुत सारे सवाल हैं. Before we go forward, ये RazorPay नाम कैसे रखा आपने? How RazorPay कैसे आया? How did you come to that?
Yeah, so I think we kept the name almost 4 years back when me and Shank were still just fresh out of college. And we were thinking of starting this cool startup in the payment space. With certain things in mind, it has to be cool, it has to be like cutting edge, it has to be the latest thing, and we were thinking a lot of names. So we wanted payments, so we wanted to put pay at the end, and what we were trying is put in different words with pay and think what looks cool. Okay. Right? So we're trying random words like, I don't know what all, we tried alpha pay and we tried so many different, like just picking up names and putting pay at next to it. Then we came to RazorPay, and that somehow clicked. Like it sounded cool. It
sounded like
that was one of the first things. The other thing is also it kind of created a mental image of something being cutting edge, the latest thing, fast and sharp and very accurate. And so that's how we decided that yes, this looks perfect for the kind of brand we want to build.
Lovely. Moving on, I was going to his LinkedIn profile. One of the interesting things which is still there is LinkedIn profile. In his bio, it says, "After discovering the dismal state of online payments in India, I quit my full-time job to start RazorPay." अभी भी dismal state है इंडिया में online payments का क्या सीन?
We are improving it a lot. India is a very evolving market, yes, so state of payments and all those things is. I mean, if you look, I mean, it's same as saying ki what is the state of internet in India. It has improved quite a lot, but is it still there's a lot of scope for improvement? Yes. Same for payments. There's a lot of things happening. We are doing a lot of things. There's so many companies on the consumer side, but it's still very early. There are a lot of things to be done. Hopefully, we're driving India towards that innovation as well.
Absolutely. The last 6 months or so, like 6 months ज़्यादा हो गया. In the last 2 or 3 months or so many things which has happened with your organization. So many positive, good things which has happened in the organization. Take me to that direction. What's happening? You have launched few, you're going in different directions, funding happening. So what's happened? What's happened new for you?
Yeah. So we started as a pure payment gateway. We were basically, the idea was to help businesses accept payments. That was and we kept doing it for first 2 years of our business journey. And then we realized that, okay, that is going well, but business needs a lot more. Like the business side, nobody's looking at it because it's not as exciting as the consumer side. So people always go in the consumer side and nobody worries about what businesses wants. So we were in that space and we were talking to these businesses. There's so many problems to be solved. So we launched RazorPay 2.0 last year, which was adding bunch of additional products which solve everything right from acceptance of payments to processing to disbursements. And that started scaling really well. We have 60% of business use more than one product. Nice. So which meant that we are now from a single product company, we become multi-product.
So this is new talk that I see amongst a lot of government people and policy people, like that everybody's going towards private money. Why don't you go towards public? There's a reason people have gone through the VC route. Yeah. When you folks were starting on, did it ever cross your mind, okay, let's go to a bank and raise money? We're trying to become a digital bank, but let's go to a bank and raise money.
Yeah, see, I mean, in our interactions with bankers, we never got that comfort that a bank will be able to understand what we are trying to do. And we work with a lot of banks. We are in this domain where we have to work with a lot of banks. But, I mean, banks run, and there's a reason. They have a lot of regulatory oversight on them. They can't give a loan just because your idea sounds good, or just because there's a lot of promise. They need hard data. They need hard evidence. Yes. Which typically comes in form of a balance sheet. They will have to look at a balance sheet, and most startups don't have strong balance sheets. Like
what collateral?
They don't have. I mean, if you are a startup, 2-member team working out of my parents' home, we don't have any collateral. We don't have anything beyond the idea, beyond the promise that we'll build something. And that's where VCs come in, and they operate in a very different domain. VCs invest more in the idea and people. So when we got initial money, we raised money from around 33 angel investors, right?
Wow.
And these were all founders. So we raised money from founders of Snapdeal, from founders of FreeCharge, from the founders of InMobi. These are entrepreneurs like us. They don't even ask us for a balance sheet or a deck or anything. They just talk to me, understood what I want to do, and they invested literally in me.
Moving on, see other things, on a couple of serious things I wanted to ask you in terms of Now, the field that you folks are in, now, a lot also depends on the policies,
Yep.
and in the last 2 years, 1.5 years, if I've seen a lot of policy changes that I've seen coming in. So, how much of that has impacted your growth?
Fintech in particular, the policies have been more positive for us than negative. Like things like, no matter where you stand, things like demonetization was really good for our business in particular.
Fair.
Things like GST was really good because
Absolutely.
it brings a lot of people under taxation bracket.
Yes.
There's a lot of push under digital payments, the Digital India program, even Make in India for that matter. All of these policies have been really good for our business in particular. Fortunately, so far.
A couple of things. I mean, a personal question. When you go back home and to your folks, to your family, do you make them understand this is what I do? Are they just happy with like he's doing something great in his own startup life? Or how do you go and explain it one to one?
So initially, like, it's a little weird, but my father is a banker, right? So
there you go.
so
now I know where all this is coming from.
So when I was not talking about from a business model perspective, but when I was talk about VC funding and things like that, it's very difficult for him to put his head around because he's a banker, like he believes in loans and stuff, and so he'll be like, okay, they invested $20 million in you. What did you give in return? So what is the collateral that you put? Like what did you give in return?
Nice.
How can, like, a bank would never give you even like 5 lakh of rupees without you giving something in return, something collateral in return. And he comes from things from a banker mindset. He has written loans and things like that all his life. So for him, it took me a lot of time to make him understand how VC model works,
Nice,
how
lovely.
investors invest in ideas and people, and they don't really care about, like, so when I said that I've raised $20 million, his first question is, when do you have to pay it back? Right? So what is the time period? How big? Like, for him, it was a loan, right? So it takes a lot of time for him to understand, like, okay, you don't have to pay him back directly the money back. You have to basically grow the business and give him returns in terms of the value of the company rising and stuff. Those are very difficult things for most middle class parents to
your
understand.
business here and business talks back at home also. So I'm not going to let him go. He's not had his lunch. That's what he's told me. On the other side of the break, I have got for him Karela, Jamun and apple cider just for him. That is if he doesn't answer my rapid fire questions.
Sure.
So see you folks on the other side. He's still here. The juices have arrived. So let's play the rapid fire with him.
Sure.
Okay, the first one. A fintech app you do not use.
Okay.
You have friends in the industry.
I don't use Paytm.
Okay, Vijay sir, so we have to talk about this. Okay, the next one. The most overrated word you have used during VC meets in the last so many years.
I think changing the world and changing the ecosystem and all of those things. I mean, I know it sounds like words that you have to use a lot, but it just, nothing else creates that impact. Like, until you say that you're changing the world.
Fair man, on this note, we should just end the show, man. It's so honest coming from. Okay, the next one. You're in a room with the CEOs of these 3 banks, okay? ICICI, HDFC and SBI.
Oh, this is where you're going to make me drink juice.
No, but here the options are. These are the 3 options. Credit card कहाँ से बनवाएंगे? पहला सवाल. Second, account नहीं बनाएंगे. I don't want to create any account in your bank. Third one, try and give them a PPT on fintech.
ICICI, HDFC and SBI. I have to...
Credit card
I'll take from HDFC. I love their credit cards actually. PPT on fintech, I'll give to SBI.
SBI.
They're doing a lot of things, but given the scale, they can do so many things.
The only one left is ICICI, and the only one option is left account नहीं बनवाएंगे.
No, I would not say ICICI में account नहीं बनवाऊंगा because we as a company have an account in ICICI.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next one. If money would not be an issue, then what would we do?
If money would not be an issue, then I think I'll still be doing a company. I get pretty bored very easily. I don't like when I have nothing
That's
to
the
do.
most honest line I've heard in the longest time. See, I understand that you get bored. Okay, a startup mistake you wish you would have not made during your early days. I know you've been super successful, but
No, but there are always mistakes. I'm just thinking we should point it out. But I think we should have started hiring senior folks a little earlier.
Okay.
We took a lot of time to do that.
Okay, a personality from Bollywood who should not be a brand ambassador.
Okay, it's a little challenging. Let me think which personality
सारे
in
हैं,
Bollywood I
काफी
don't like. Somebody that doesn't go with our image as a company. Probably Salman Khan.
Okay, I'm going to tag you, Salman Bhai. It's not coming from me, this coming from him, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he also loves it. Okay, if you were invited to the recent Ambani's wedding, what would you not wear?
What would I not wear? I'll not wear a sherwani. Everyone is in a sherwani in that wedding.
तो क्या पहन के जाओगे फिर?
I don't know. I'll probably wear I'll probably dress the way I generally dress, like probably in a shirt or a t-shirt types. I find everyone in a sherwani. It's really odd.
And it is in Udaipur, that odd.
Yes.
Okay, the feeling of seeing the first crore in your account, what would you do? These are the three options. Let me transfer it to my folks, my parents. Second, FD बनाते हैं. Third, एक नया घर लेते हैं.
I mean, crore is a lot. Why not all three? I'll send, of course, some to my folks. It's the first crore in my account. I'll definitely put some in FD. That's a typical Indian mentality. Kuch paisa to safe hona chahiye. And then probably, I would not really not buy a house. I don't like buying houses.
That's it. No wonder he's a banker's son. He has all the priorities right. Okay, 2 numbers on your phone that you would not like to share with me.
My girlfriend.
Okay, lovely.
Second, why would I not share anyone's phone number? Probably not my sister's. Yeah.
Okay, protected Indian man. Chief, thank you so much for being on the show. That was lovely, but I'm not going to let him go. You have to be a sport. Let's each drink one.
Okay.
We'll share one.
So just answering questions didn't help much.
No, absolutely.
I should have really said no for some questions.
So which one do you want to take?
This one is aloe vera. Oh my god.
Okay, I can probably take this one. I hate this one. This is Karela Jamun. So I'm having shots with Abakul.
So I have to drink the whole or like?
I'll be nice to you. Drink half.
Okay.
Okay. On that note, keep watching the Boss Game on India's first post-cable network, The Big Scope.